Hi guys, Ken here from Backpacking Light. And today I want to talk about the Lightweight Equipment Sleeper Quilt S750 down. This is a down-filled quilt, as the name suggests. And just like their poncho quilt, the synthetic that I did a review of earlier, but this is down-filled, so it's going to be a little warmer, a little lighter, and press down considerably more, but it's not much more expensive, and that's because they use the 750 downfill. And I think the details are nice. I like the fact that it has the features that it does. For example, it does fit nicely onto a sleeping pad like this one here. This is the regular, and how it attaches, I'll show a close-up of that, but it's a simple little strap mechanism here, and it's not a system that you're going to lose, that you can on, for example, some other quilts where the straps actually fall off rather easily. These ones are more or less built in place, so you're not going to lose the straps. And it's also got this nice little foot box, and this opens up completely, much like the quilt, the synthetic quilt. It's pretty much the same design, just using down instead of synthetic. So there you have the complete open blanket. You can see that's a nice size on that, so for the really warm summer days you can just open that up and you won't get too hot in there. And also it has this cool little feature where it turns into a poncho, which I can also show you. Now I'm not going to go through all the details on how to get that to look really nice, but it's one of those features that why not? If it's there, might as well use it. In my own testing, I've gotten it down to about 3 degrees before it really starts, where I have to start thinking, okay, I need to start putting jackets on and so on. So I would say it's got a comfort temperature of about 3 degrees for my body. Might be 5, 6 for you, might be 0 degrees for other people. So to close that, it's a rather straightforward process. You zip that up. There, and then the foot box is these two little attachments. And there you go. And then the poncho, the quilt aspect is right here. That's just a simple zipper, and you stick your head through there. And the attachment to the sleeping pad is this simple little attachment. And the adjuster there, depending on the thickness of your pad. And that's it. This part I usually do strap on, and that's a simple just and that's it. So at Backpacking Light we have these for about 200 euros, and that's for about a +3 comfort temperature on a quilt that is good enough size for somebody probably a little bit taller than me, and down 750. So it's a great price for what you get. Absolutely. It's a nice quilt, warm, light. Depending on the quilt that you get, about 650 grams for the quilt itself. And I'll go ahead and press that down so that you kind of get an idea of how small it is as well. That's kind of hard to see. You don't really get stuff sacks with the lightweight equipment. Instead, you get these kind of a mixture of a head net and sack. But yeah, I mean, the good thing about these is that they can easily be used as an extra layer at camp. You can have it as a jacket in camp with that quilt feature, which is actually something I use surprisingly quite a bit. So now this is the actual storage bag, so but if I were to put it in my backpack, then of course it gets much smaller and still not really compressed yet, but it doesn't take much room in your backpack, doesn't weigh a whole lot, and it gives you a lot of warmth, and the cost is quite nice. So that is the lightweight equipment, Sleeper Quilt 750. Hope you liked my overview. If you want to buy the quilt, you can visit us at backpackinglight.se. If you liked the video, subscribe. Cheers.